So while it opens the world up, and we're all so much more connected, I actually think it also makes us far more alienated.
Well, now that we were talking about social media, I wanted to ask you because it's probably changed our lives in the sense, not just social media, but like Zoom, WhatsApp, Facebook, like all of the ways that we can get in touch with people. So, sorry,
I
what?
remember, so like when social media started becoming a thing, even before Facebook, there was MySpace, and there was there was a site everyone used to use. There was a site around the same time as MySpace, just a little before it, and it was kind of like almost like a forum. And it's funny, the very first we'll say social media, like not website, forum I used to go on to was Body Tonic. They're a Dublin based promoter. They own loads of bars and they have festivals, and they're so involved in music. They've been promoting shows for years, and they're brilliant. John and Trevor, but and Owen were the three people who I worked with on it and all that. And I knew it worked with all the DJs, but they were the ones. I mean, this forum gathered so much attention, and they had so many followers. That's how they promoted everything. I mean, it was insane. Like this, like back in the day, there was no such thing like this. Like you had really cool websites like Fabric Live and stuff like that, but not forums where like people would be on chatting. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It was epic. It was epic. But anyway, sorry to interrupt you. Go on with your social media.
Oh no, no. No, it was about this, like the way that I think 2020 has been all about online connection, I guess. I spent the first lockdown alone with a friend, and the only way that I could contact my family or my friends was through Zoom, through WhatsApp, through Facebook, Instagram, and all of these social media. And how do you think it would have been if we did have this pandemic without social media?
Oh, it would be very different. Well, first of all, we probably wouldn't be half as aware as we are about how serious this is. It's kind of funny though. It's like it would have been a lot lonelier. But then I think at the same time that social media, and this is like the double-edged sword of social media, right? So while it opens the world up, and we're all so much more connected, I actually think it also makes us far more alienated,
Mhm.
because social media is fake news. Essentially, it's fake. So you can project yourself to be whoever you want, and you can be, your name could be Barry and you could be 6'4", you know what I mean, even though I'm 5'2", my name is Aoife. But and I think it can make you feel very isolated, because what people don't realize is not everyone's pages, not everyone's photos, not everyone's life story that they're telling you is real.
Mhm.
So it's a catch-22. Whilst we are more connected, I also think we might be losing the art a little bit of conversation and just hanging out
Mhm.
with our friends, and learning your skills and battling it out, and learning the art form of like how to get through an argument, or how to avoid an argument, or how to tell a boy you like him without telling him, these type things which you do when you're a kid. So I think it's a catch-22. It's interesting. We are so much more connected, 100%,
Mhm.
but some people definitely feel a lot more alone.
Mhm. It's really interesting. This is really interesting because I think I'm on the lucky side that I use social media to just,
Correspond.
yeah, exactly, to just be in touch with my friends and to build a portfolio for me and things like that. But it's true that there's something that I always say, and it's that you're never gonna see someone cry on Instagram unless you are in the close friends list.
Yeah, that's it.
So
You know what I mean? It's like life is a little bit dirtier and grittier than social media, and also far more wonderful and rewarding and magical. Just like, and don't get me wrong, I love social media. I use it all the time, and I love reaching out with people and having the chats. And I mean, look at this thing. I'm so proud of you. But I just think at the same time, sometimes, like, I have 7 nieces from the ages of like 8 to 19, and I have a nephew who's 5, so I see the effect social media has on kids, and sometimes I just want to say to them, that like, that person is paid advertising. It's fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's important for us to tell new generations that the truth, to
Yeah,
let them see what's behind that, and to and for them to realize that that's not real, and
yeah,
that you.
of course, of course.
And behind this is actually one of my the topics that I wanted to talk about with you, which is TikTok. So TikTok has eventually changed the industry, and especially is going to change live music industry, because many new artists have come out from that platform, and they're probably going to start touring at some point when we
God,
can
I hope so.
come back. So
I
yes.
hope.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think this is gonna like? What kind of impact do you think this kind of movement of TikTokers is gonna have? Is it the new, let's say, boy band phase, like One Direction and all?
New MySpace, new YouTube. It'll no doubt have the exact same impact. I'm sure they'll find some huge talent from it that will become the next Justin Bieber, or whoever. Yeah, 100%. And that's something I really like about, like, music. It's ever changing.
Yeah.
It moves so fast, and I love that. I love
Mhm.
that. But yeah, of course, it'll be a huge success.
Definitely. Well, and it's gonna give us a job, so that's good.